What's up guys, it's Ariel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about our under responders and things we can do to wake them up and get them ready so that they can better focus for the school day. If you're interested, make sure you like, comment, and share this video with the family in need. Let's get started. Alright guys, so when your body moves, your brain grooves. That's going to be the key to waking up the brain and body of that low arousal kiddo. Now, I know you're wondering, what do you want me to do? Have them get up and dance? No, that's not what I want to have you do at all. Just as a refresher, so in the brain of a low arousal child, the brain is giving off signals and they're going out really slow. This is what makes our kiddos seem disengaged, slow moving, and causing them to need increased time to respond to their name or sometimes even simple questions. Of the two categories, my younger brother would actually be in one of the low arousal kiddo. Sometimes it takes him a little bit longer to respond to questions. We may have to repeat a couple things, and sometimes just to kind of generate a response, it takes him a little bit longer. But the best thing to do is be patient, be respectful, and let them get their answers out. You wouldn't want anyone rushing you, right? What is arousal? Now, I've been using that word a lot. Arousal is just the state of awakeness or alertness that the brain has. For our kiddos who are hyperactive, their brain might have a high level of arousal. It's shooting out signals really fast, telling their body that it's not getting everything that they need. And kids who are low arousal, their brain is still shooting out signals and commands, but they're not shooting them out as fast. So, what type of sensory diet would be good for a low arousal kiddo? Sensory diet. Do you remember what that is? A sensory diet is a series of whole body movement activities requiring a child to push, pull, lift, or carry depending on the specific input that their body needs. I will help you determine what your low arousal kiddo needs. If you do feel like you want something in place at your child's school, daycare, or something along those lines, please reach out to your local occupational therapist so that they can evaluate your child and put the appropriate plan in place. I will just be giving you a sensory diet that you can use within the home that should still help you see a difference. Are you ready? When we are performing these exercises, we want to make sure that we are not rushing our kids. Pinky promise me. We're going to take it slow, we're going to baby step it, and we're going to do it the right way so that we can get the results that we really need. For our low arousal kiddos, remember, a lot of these kids typically are on the spectrum or have some form of sensory processing disorder. So they might not be able to do the same things that we as adults are able to do. Think about it. When you get tired, what do? I know for myself personally, I gravitate and drink my coffee. I love my coffee. Even if you're not a coffee drinker, if you were tired, what else could you do? If you're just feeling overall blah, we could change our eating habits, change up our diet, we could get up and walk around. Our brain sends out the cues and we know how to process them appropriately to get up and do some form of stimuli that's going to wake up our body. And it's different for each and every one of us, just like it will be for our kiddos. I want to take the time to shout out my fieldwork student, Allison. Thank you, Allison, for dressing up in an inflatable hippo costume on a pretty hot day in the park filled with kids just to help me get my point across to these families. I appreciate you so much. So without further ado, let's see what exercises can help your child wake up their brain and their body. The first one. Ever thought about bouncing on a ball? Now, why do these kids bounce on balls all the time? What are they doing? How is this helping our body? What it does is it sends out a message to our nervous system and is telling us, hey, something's going on. We need to get up. Bouncing on the ball will be a great activity for your kiddos. Parents, this needs to be done with your supervision. Another thing to keep in mind, how many times are we bouncing? How high should they go? If we're just sitting and kind of doing a lethargic bouncing, that's not going to give you the same result that you want. That's not going to help wake us up. We need very high, big, bold bounces. Parents, if you grab the kids at their hips and help them bounce, do it along to their favorite song, do it to a commercial, make it a competition. Do you know why this works? Because we as humans are naturally competitive. Who wouldn't want to beat their mom and dad or their sibling in a bouncing contest? Or really anything for that matter. Have you ever tried to race your kids doing dishes? That's what got me to do chores when I was younger. Anything that was a competition was always super fun. spinning. Now, if you don't like getting dizzy, parents, this may not be a good one for you, but this would be a great one to wake up the brain and body. And to be honest, it's one that I use with my kiddos the most. Now, I do teletherapy with special needs kiddos at least 6 days a week. And I always love for my kids to be up and alert and regulated. They've had a long day, they're kind of out of it, they're kind of tired, and their brains are just in shutdown mode. So to rev them back up and wake them up, we do lots of vestibular or spinning activities. Now, if you're not doing log rolling, another thing you can do is if you have an office chair, sit your kiddo in an office chair. If it doesn't have arms, just make sure they hold on any way that they can. And I want you to do 5 slow spins one way and then 5 slow spins the other way, just as a start. Another really good one, running. How fast can you run? Talk about a natural way to get that body up and moving. Can you race? Let's race up and down the hallway a couple times. Can we race around the cul-de-sac of our neighborhood? To the mailbox? Or race you to the swing at the park? Parents, this is a great way to get your kids up and moving. Check out how the hippo did it. Think back to when you were a kid and you used to swing really, really high on the swing. Or think about the last time you were on a roller coaster. It's really fast, it's alerting. What that did was wake up your brain and your body. Do you remember how good you felt afterwards? Now, I'm talking about those of you who could handle it. There are some things that you need to watch out for. If we're doing too much, too fast, you may feel a little nauseous and you may not feel so good after. So parents, watch for signs that your child does not seem okay. When we're first starting swinging, let's see if we can pump our legs and go 10 times. And then take a break. Go do one of those races and then come back. What do you think? That sounds doable, right? Jumping is another great activity. Now you can vary these depending on your child's level of performance. You can jump up and down. You can jump side to side. You can even have bunny hop races. I mean, Easter's coming up soon, and I know the dollar store already has their Easter eggs out. How could we make it a game? Now, maybe you can go get some Easter eggs and have a hopping race. What can you do around the house? Can you hop from pillow cushion to pillow cushion? Do you have a trampoline? Anything that you can use what's available to you. It's all good stuff. As long as we got them jumping, we got that brain grooving, because that body's moving. Have you ever rolled down a hill? I haven't, but check this out. What will work in your favor is if you make these activities a game. You can combine all the activities and exercises that we learned today and make it into something fun. Make it an obstacle course. I mean, who doesn't love those? Can you run across the house and then jump rope? And then leapfrog across some pillow cushions, and then we're gonna spin in an office chair and roll across the room. I mean, that all sounds fun and exciting to me, but take it at your own pace and do what you know how to do. Parents, you got this. My goal today was to help you wake up the brain and body of your low arousal kiddo. Now, if you did take the time to try any of these exercises, feel free to send me an email at sensorystrutwithariel@gmail.com. Make sure you share this video with the family in need, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.